With us now is former Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio. Good morning po. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, Angelo and Angela.
Opo. Thank you po again for joining us. But of course, there's a lot of issues to unpack. Pero ito po muna, ito pong recent finding ng DILG based on what has been presented so far. Ano po yung nakikita nating legal basis or legal issues that actually stood out po doon sa gun-related incident?
Well, yun nga, ang sinabi ng that there was no armed attack, no? So, yeah, and they fired their firearms, so they can be madaming kaso yan, no? They can be for madami yan. That's an illegal discharge of firearms, mga ganyan.
And then of course, ang tinatanong din po natin dito, all of this were happening because nag-ugat po ito doon sa pag-issue ng ICC warrant kay Senator Bato de la Rosa and the Senate, nagbigay po sila ng protective custody. If ever po, ano po ba yung pinaka-pananagutan ng Senado po dito?
Well, ang nandiyan, obstruction of justice, no? And ang penalty niyan is perpetual disqualification to hold public office. So, pwede sila kasuhan because if you're a public officer and you obstruct justice, ang penalty is accessory penalty, no? Is perpetual disqualification to hold public office. Dahil they stopped or prevented the service of warrant of arrest. No? That is obstruction of justice under the definition of obstruction of justice. So, pwede sila sampahan yan.
Well, Justice, sa mga nakikita niyo pong so far, mga interviews, evidence, statements that have been going back and forth, is it may specific senators ba that you think are more liable than the others? Like for example, sinasabi ng iba, si Senator Robin Padilla may have directly taken Senator Bato out.
Yes.
If so, ano po ang... yes. Go ahead, Justice.
Si Senator Robin, if he was the one who took out, spirited out Bato, then that he will be an accused in obstruction of justice. No?
Pero ano kasi Justice, so far no yung stand ng majority ng Senate is they do not recognize the arrest warrant. Therefore, there was no escape or aiding and abetting of a criminal daw involved. Paano po mangyayari nito pag medyo defiant ang Senate?
Well, that will be resolved when the Supreme Court decides the petition of Bato, no? Senator Bato. Dahil they raised the issue that that warrant of ICC cannot be enforced here. So, pag sinabi ng Supreme Court that is enforceable here, then they become liable for preventing the law enforcers from enforcing it. No?
And Justice, I'd like to ask kasi madami rin nagtatanong, no, nung tumakbo po ang team ni Senator Bato sa Supreme Court and wala pong linabas na TRO, at that point ba pwede bang arestuhin si Bato or kailangan hintayin po yung resolution ng Supreme Court?
Well, pag walang TRO, they can enforce the warrant of arrest. No?
And Senator Bato is considered as fugitive po.
Yes, I think he is a fugitive from justice now dahil he has been evading the service of the warrant of arrest. That's the definition of a fugitive from justice, no?
Right. Yun nga po, no, kasi ngayon po, recently, kumbaga parang ang stand po ng DOJ ay parang yan po ay isang technical term, hindi po nila diretsang masabi na fugitive ito si Senator Bato de la Rosa. What do you make of how is the government handling the situation that involves Senator Bato de la Rosa? Are they being too careful? Because we all understand that the ICC warrant of Senator Bato de la Rosa is no different from the warrant of the former president.
That is correct. It's the same warrant. It says the same effect, no? So dapat they should enforce it. Wala namang TRO. So mahirap yung teka-teka. Sasabihin na i-enforce, pinadala yung NBI, tapos babawiin. They have to be consistent. Ang tingin ko naman dyan, valid yung warrant of arrest because may jurisdiction naman yung ICC. Because this is a crime against humanity. May jurisdiction. Hindi mo masabi na walang jurisdiction. Talagang may jurisdiction ng ICC over crimes against humanity. Now, pag may jurisdiction, automatically, they can issue a warrant of arrest. And we recognize that because first, that is part of customary international law. Sabi natin, the Philippines automatically adopts general principles of international, like customary international law, as part of the law of the land. So we recognize that. And yung Republic Act 1951,
Right.
nakalagay doon, the government authority can, as the option to surrender. So sinasabi doon, it's up to the government authority to recognize and to surrender to that body. Kasi pag sinabi mo you can surrender, then you give the authority to recognize the entity to whom you are surrendering, the accused. So automatic yan. Pag sinabi, I authorize you to surrender, i-recognize natin.
Justice, sorry, go ahead, Justice.
There is recognition of the authority of the ICC on two grounds because that's a customary international law. At saka sa batas natin, nire-recognize na natin under Republic Act 1951.
That's right. Justice, we spoke to si Attorney Torion, I think the other day, and we raised that issue about Republic Act 9851. Ang sabi naman daw niya, wala naman daw procedures nakalagay. So hindi naman nakasabi na outright surrender. Malay mo daw, baka kailangan i-present sa court. So minabuti niyang i-test sa Supreme Court.
Well, simple lang ang language ng batas. The government has the option to surrender. Wala namang nakalagay subject to implementing rules and regulation. Wala naman nakalagay doon sa Republic Act 1951 that there shall be implementing rules and regulations. So, okay, you have the option to surrender. That's the authority to surrender already.
Alright. So, Justice, yung argument nila na kailangan ng procedures para may guidelines, hindi na po required yan.
Wala naman nakalagay doon. There will be implementing rules Wala nakalagay sa batas
And they're also citing yung Article 59 daw po of the Rome Statute. What do you say? What do you make about it?
Well, yung Article 59, we have to follow that if we are still a member.
Right.
Because Duterte withdrew, we don't follow that. We follow now 9851, Republic Act 9851. Hindi na tayo susunod doon sa procedure on surrender under the rules of under the ICC, no? Sundin na natin ngayon yung 9851. Wala naman nakasabi doon, may rules and regulations. Basta the government is authorized to surrender. Exactly what we did kay former President Duterte. Sinurrender natin. Wala namang sinabi ang Supreme Court, mali yan.
At Justice, okay, for the sake of argument, no, sabihin na po natin na ito po yung argumento na ganun na lamang po ba na talagang dito po sa ating bansa ay pagka may mga ganitong klaseng kaso ay talagang dapat hayaan na lang natin ng international court to deal with this, hindi na po dito sa ating bansa.
Well,
just for the sake of argument.
Option. Option. We have the option. Hindi naman tayo obligado. Option lang. Nasa atin yan. Ang storya nito, the history of the law, during that time in 2009, the president was President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. She was not convinced na we become a member of ICC. So in the meantime, ito yung ginawa nila. Pag hindi ka member ng ICC, itong gagawin natin. May option tayo kasi at that time, President Arroyo was worried na if we will be forced to surrender. So ginawa niya option. Option to surrender or to prosecute here. Pero later on, naging member tayo.
Right.
But now we are not a member. So balik tayo to the situation before we became a member.
Right.
Which is governed by Republic Act 9851. Option lang. Hindi tayo obligado, but we have the option. So the option is given to the President. It's up to the President to decide. That is the authority of the law given to the President. May option ka. Gusto mo applyin dito o isurrender mo na lang?
Right. Justice, right now we're waiting for the decision of the Supreme Court, and if it turns out na negative ang decision kay Senator Bato, pero parang yung defense team niya has made it clear that the only time that isusuko nila si Senator Bato is if there is a local or an affirmation from the local court on the warrant. That's the only time daw. So when the Supreme Court comes out with a decision, pwede na hulihin ka agad, Justice.
Well, if the Supreme Court says that no need for a local warrant, because we recognize, kasi under international law, kasi nakalagay sa ligang batas natin, the Philippines adopts as part of the law of the land, general principles of international law. Tinatawag nila customary international law. Under customary international law, general principles of international law, itong crimes na ito, apat yan eh. Genocide, war crimes, crime of aggression, and crimes against humanity. Special crimes ito that the offended party here is not only the Filipino people but entire humanity. That's why there is universal jurisdiction. Wherever you are found in China, you are found in Europe, in any country in Europe, kasi member sila ng ICC, or in Africa, which are whatever country, kahit na you committed the crime in the Philippines, any court of any state has jurisdiction. Tawag nila yan, universal jurisdiction.
Okay.
So, meron din jurisdiction ng ICC by treaty, by convention, yung Rome Statute. So, pag may jurisdiction ka, you have the authority to issue a warrant of arrest. Tayo, we recognize the ICC. Kahit na nag-withdraw tayo, we still recognize it as an international tribunal.
Okay.
At saka, nakalagay doon, the Philippine Government Authority has the option to surrender to the appropriate international tribunal. Ang appropriate international tribunal is ICC. So authority yung sa President of the Philippines to surrender.
That's right.
Well, what do you make of... go ahead po.
So klarong-klaro, we recognize. Right now, we recognize the ICC dahil that's part of customary international law. Nakalagay sa ligang batas natin yun eh. Yung crime against humanity, we recognize that ICC is the competent authority, competent court. At saka may batas tayo sa sinasabi na the government authority represented by the President can have the option to surrender to that court.
Right.
Even if we are not a member, because this law was passed when we were not a member.
Okay. All right. Of course, before we let you go, of course, we would want to know or get your reaction doon po sa naging komento ng OSG regarding this.
Well, tama yun. I agree with the OSG completely. Maganda. It's well-prepared memorandum, and that's also my opinion. No?
All right. On that note, maraming salamat po muli sa inyong oras, former Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio. Good morning po.
Thank you. Yeah.